During a sunny day in Dimsdale, many children are outside playing. The exception is Timmy Turner, who is stuck inside his house doing chores while his parents exercise outside. Timmy's fairies appear alongside him. Cosmo suggests that he wishes up heat vision to melt the dishes and other chores, while Wanda suggests that Timmy simply wishes chores done. Timmy decides to go with the superpower and wishes for heat vision. Laughing wickedly, Timmy proceeds to melt everything around him, including his fairies. He then happily walks away to finish his other chores, with Cosmo noting they have made him very happy. He melts the laundry in the toaster before heading to his dad's room. He then makes the error of melting his dad's prized trophy so he doesn't have to dust it by hand. This causes Mr. Turner nearby to double over in pain, claiming that his trophy senses are tingling. He barges back into his house and sees the damage that Timmy has caused, including his trophy. After angrily yelling at Timmy for destroying the entire room and his prized trophy, which Dad had won when he was Timmy's age, so as punishment, he grounds his son and sends him to his room until he learns responsibility for other people's property. While in his room being grounded, Timmy wonders why his father got so upset over a trophy he won 30 years ago. Wanda explains that it had sentimental value to him and that Timmy should apologize to his father. Timmy guesses he should. However, Cosmo then suggests to Timmy that he go back in time and prevent his father from winning the trophy instead, which Timmy finds to be a better idea, much to Wanda's annoyance. Cosmo gloats at having 2 wishes granted to Wanda's 0, and then they wish up the time scooter for Timmy. While traveling back in time 30 years, Wanda suggests that he should simply go back in time and prevent himself from melting the trophy instead, but she loses Timmy's attention when they materialize in 1970s Dimsdale. Not long after Timmy and his fairies end up in the 1970s, Cosmo reminds them that they were still fairies in the 1970s as well, just as Cosmo and Wanda's 1970s counterparts appear along next to them with Billy Gates. Cosmo and Wanda decide to stay behind with their 70s selves to find themselves and dance, while Timmy leaves to go find his father. Eventually, Timmy comes along his father. Timmy discovers why his dad is named Dad, yet I'm unaware due to a passing truck horn. Timmy's dad chose Timmy's mom, whose name is also left hidden due to the same truck, and promises that he'll give the trophy to her when he wins the race. As his father leaves, Timmy plots a way to cause his father to lose the race. Nearby, Cosmo and Wanda are showing off a computer to their 1970s counterpart. Billy Gates comes along and erroneously says he will one day link all computers together and call them the Internet. Cosmo suggests to Billy that he called it Timmy instead. At a local ice cream shop, Timmy is making his father eat a lot of junk food as a part of a training regimen, as well as run with cinder blocks all day, and telling his father scary stories from the future at night, such as 500 TV channels, but with nothing to watch, causing Dad to scream in horror and make him unable to sleep all night until it was time for the race. At the day of the race, Mr. Turner comes in last, and his reward for coming in last place is being sent to Dictator School. 2000. Cosmo and Wanda disappear suddenly, so Timmy goes back to his time with 1970s Cosmo and Wanda to investigate. After returning to his time, Timmy notices that everything in Dimsdale has become bleaker, which is part of a dimension named 2000A, describing his alternative timeline Timmy has created. Chester and AJ confront Timmy, demanding his papers, and explain that Timmy's dad has taken over the world and turns Dimsdale into the happiest place in the world or else. Chester and AJ do not recognize him, and then Timmy realizes that his dad didn't know his mom because he didn't win the race, and that caused Timmy to not be born, and since he wasn't born, he no longer has Cosmo and Wanda. Timmy rides the time scooter to his old house, which has become a military fortress. Timmy meets his father, who gives Timmy a tour of the house and shows him pictures of Dad graduating from Dictator School, taking over the world with smiles, and a pedestal where he would put a trophy if he had one. Timmy asks Dad why he is so happy all the time, and he explains that 30 years ago, after losing a race and the love of his life, he drove into denial. As the ruler of the world, he made everyone else do the same. Timmy tells his father that he can't be happy all the time, but Dad takes as a rebellion and sends his guards after Timmy. 1970s Cosmo and Wanda poof up a lava lamp to distract them, and Timmy makes his escape with the time scooter to return to the past and find a way to undo the actions he has done to cause 2000A. Timmy returns to the 1970s to set things right. First, by ticking the alarm clock so that Dad has his sleeping paradox cannot wake up. Timmy takes his dad's clothes and dresses them up to complete in his place in the race. Timmy manages to get to the race on time, and the race starts, in which all of the kids take off in front of him. He then unfortunately realizes that he forgot that he is the slowest kid in his class. However, while venting in frustration, he accidentally melts the shoes of a little girl in front of him with his heat vision, causing her to stop, and joyfully realizes that he still has his heat vision, so he melts all of the other runners' shoes, keeping them unable to continue running, and easily wins the race and the trophy. Timmy, still disguised as Dad, gives the trophy to Mom and tells her to wake him up at his house later and tell him, the real Dad, about the race with excruciating detail. The action destroys the 2008 timeline, and 2002 Cosmo and Wanda reappear, meaning that Timmy's plan worked, and the timeline was changed back to normal. Cosmo and Wanda say goodbye to their different time counterparts. Then Timmy decides all he should do now is simply apologize to his father for melting the trophy. Cosmo suggests something else, but everyone else quiets him, as it may take things worse again. After returning to his time, Timmy meets with his father in the living room, who's looking for a new trophy on the Timmy computer network. Timmy apologizes to his father for melting the trophy, and Dad accepts the apology, also apologizing for being so mad at him. He explains he's now somehow glad Timmy just exists and he barely remembers the race anyway. This causes Timmy to laugh nervously, as he knows there's a good reason that Mr. Turner gives his son the melted trophy so he can give it to a girl that Timmy thinks is groovy. Shortly after Timmy's dad leaves, a boy who looks identical to Timmy and another Cosmo and Wanda, all wearing futuristic clothes, appear suddenly near Timmy. The boy grabs the trophy from Timmy, flattens it with a mallet made of energy, and then vaporizes it with heat vision. Timmy protests to this, but the boy tells him, "You'll thank me later," suggesting his dad's advice went horribly wrong. Before they teleport out of the room, as Timmy says, "I'm welcome," his mother comes in and says, "Oh, Internet, breakfast is ready." Timmy realizes that the time stream actually isn't quite fixed, as Cosmo had caused another alternate timeline where his name is Internet, and the global computer network is the Timmy!